Okay, so today's story time is absolutely ridiculous, okay? And I have been waiting to tell this for a very long time just because of how many different, emotions I feel or felt at the time when it happened. I was, blown away. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really, really messed up. All around, this story just has it all, okay? So I hope you enjoy it. Leave a like on the video if you do. And yeah, let's get into it. So, today's story time all takes place back when I was 17 years old. Now at 17, my life was actually starting to chill out a little bit, okay? This was when YouTube started to pop off. This is when I officially kind of left school. My mom and my dad were being very supportive of my YouTube channel because it was finally starting to see success. And my life was going overall really good, right? I wasn't really getting in trouble a whole lot. Things were good, okay? Now I had this friend at the time. We're just going to call him Alex, okay? Alex was definitely one of my best friends at the time. I had known him since middle school. And the thing about Alex was he was kind of a lost soul. And when I say that, I mean he was just trying to find his direction in life. And through doing that, he definitely got in trouble a bunch. He didn't really know what he wanted to do in life. And honestly, I don't blame him. We were 17, who really knows what they want to do the rest of their life when they're 17? It's definitely a very, very large choice to make. And yeah, a lot of people looked down on Alex because he didn't know what he wanted to do with his life and because, he spent a lot of time smoking weed and getting into trouble. And I remember my own parents didn't want me hanging out with him because they thought that he was a bad influence. And I remember being like, no, you guys got it wrong. He's a good kid. He wouldn't do anything to put me in harm's way. He's a good guy. You guys got it all wrong, right? So this all starts off like any other day when I was 17. I didn't have school at the time because I officially dropped out. So I woke up at I think it was 11 or 11:30 on a Wednesday. And that was actually pretty early for my normal waking up time of 1 or 2 p.m., which was just ridiculous. And yeah, I got up out of bed, kind of woke up slowly, took a shower, made a video, just kind of did what I always do, right? And then I get a text message from my boy Alex, and Alex is like, yo, what are you up to? And I was like, nothing, just got done making a video. What are you up to? Aren't you at school? He's like, no, I didn't go today, I wasn't really feeling it. And I was like, okay, you want to hang out? He's like, yeah, dude, I was just about to ask you if you wanted to chill. Can I pull up at your house? I was like, yeah, dude. So Alex pulls up to my house 20 minutes later, and we're just hanging out. And I noticed almost immediately upon Alex arriving at my house, he smelled pretty loud. I mean, he smelled like a skunk. And I think you all can guess why he smelled like that. He was wearing a backpack, and I remember looking at him and being like, yo, what do you got in that backpack? And he's like, nothing. And I was like, I can smell it from 10 feet away. And he's like, yeah, it's good shit. And I'm like, yeah. Now at the time, I didn't smoke or do anything. I was very much sober. And me and Alex were just kicking it in my room, just listening to music, just talking shit, not really doing a whole lot, right? And then I don't know, an hour and hanging out, I had to pee pretty bad. So I got up, went to the bathroom, did my business. And when I came back into my room, I sat down at my computer and I went to get on it and pull up a YouTube video that I wanted to watch. And I did. I logged on. I pulled up this video. Me and Alex were watching this video. And around 20 minutes into using my computer, it starts acting weird. It starts acting slow. It starts freezing and it's being super slow. And I open up my task manager and everything is overheating. I don't know what the fuck was going on with my gaming PC on this day, but something was wrong. So I turned it off and I let it chill for a second. And I was like, that's so weird. And he's like, does it usually do this? And I was like, no, not really. And I turned it back on. And it was working fine for the first 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden it starts overheating again. So I go into my settings. I turn the fan speed up on my fans. That's helping a little bit, but not very much. And I just can't figure out what's going on. So anyway, 30 minutes later, Alex has to leave. He said that he had dinner going on back home and he had to be there for that. And then he might hit me up later if nothing's going on. So he leaves and I noticed something after he leaves almost immediately. So when he left my house, usually the weed smell would leave with him. And it wouldn't smell like weed anymore in my room. But I noticed almost immediately upon him leaving that the weed smell seemed stronger, which was weird. It smelled like somebody just smoked in my room. So anyway, I hop back on my PC. I try and go back to watching YouTube and just doing my thing. And once again, my computer's overheating. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening right now? What is wrong with this PC? So I go into my settings again, I change the fan speeds, I go in my task manager, I see if there's anything using CPU. I can't figure anything out. And no matter what I do, it only temporarily fixes the problem. So I end up just raging out and just not doing anything. I just turn the computer off and I just go into my living room and I just watch some Netflix for a little bit because I couldn't deal with it anymore. like 2 hours later, my homie texted me, one of my online friends. He was like, yo, we're about to play some CS, hop on. And I was like, all right, my PC's been being weird, but I'll try. So I jumped on, just like the last couple times, the first 20 minutes or so, everything was all good, and then it starts overheating. And the whole time I'm doing this, it just keeps smelling like weed in my room. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, did he plant weed somewhere in here? Like, what the hell? Well, finally, after my computer not working for like a solid 30 minutes and not being able to do anything on it, I'm like, you know what? I'm opening this bitch up and I'm seeing what's wrong. So I shut my computer off, I unplug it, I turn it over on its side, I start unscrewing the case, and nothing prepared me for what I saw when I popped the case door off of my computer and I looked inside of it. So I take the door off and I see a giant like trash bag in my computer. And I'm like, why is there a trash bag in my PC? And right when I think this in my head, I get hit with this wave of weed smell. And I already knew what it was. I already knew what happened. I already knew what it was going to be. It was weed. I picked it up. I looked in there. Big bag of weed. And immediately I FaceTime Alex. And he answers. And I was like, yo, I think you forgot something inside my computer. And I point the camera at it. And he's like, oh shit, man. Like, I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. Like, I promise you, bro, I can explain everything. And I was like, dude, you put it in my PC? Like, really? You could have broke the fucking thing. Like, what are you doing? He's like, dude, listen, my parents, they've been on my case. They caught me smoking recently. They told me if they found any more weed or if they caught me smoking ever again, then I'm getting my car taken away. And yeah, bro, like I was just on thin ice. I was nervous. So like, I thought I could put it with you for a little bit. And then like in a month or so, I could come get it. And I was like, dude, you couldn't have just like asked me and been like, hey, can you hold on to this for me? Instead, you sneak it into my computer, the thing that I have to use every day to make videos, to do anything. Like, come on, bro. He's like, I know, man, that was fucked up. I'm so sorry. And I was like, dude, and it's a lot. And guys, I'm not kidding. It was probably like a good ounce. Like, it was definitely not a little bit. And it reeked. So I asked him, I'm like, dude, when did you even do that? He's like, when you were in the bathroom. And I was like, geez, you're fast. And I was like, all right, listen, bro, because you didn't ask me, because you went behind my back and did this, like, that shit's not cool. I'm taking it out. I'm putting it in my front yard. You have 10 minutes to come get it. If you don't get it, then I'm gonna have to throw it away or something. It's like, I don't have a place for this. He's like, all right, bro, that's understandable. So like 10 minutes later, he pulled up. I saw his car out front. He got out. He grabbed it. It was in the bag in the front yard. And he dipped. And I can't lie. I was pretty mad at him for a while. Because, like, it was just a shady thing to do behind my back. And also, he could have broke my PC, which at the time was worth like $1,500. And that's not cheap at all. So yeah, we didn't talk for a little bit after this. Because we were definitely kind of, well, I was just kind of annoyed at him, essentially. But good news is, eventually, a few months down the road, he got a super good job and was able to move out on his own when he turned 18. And he's been living a pretty successful life since then. Not saying that, like, weed made him, like, a bum or anything. Like, that'd be really hypocritical of me. But he definitely turned his life around and proved everybody wrong that was worried about him, like, not having a plan. Because now he's one of the most successful friends I have. And yeah, a few months later, me and him started talking again more consistently. And we've been cool ever since. It was just a bump in our friendship road. And, you know, most people probably wouldn't be very forgiving of that, and I definitely wasn't for a while, but we're good now. It gave me a funny story at least, so that's nice. And yeah, that's the story of how one of my friends snuck weed into my PC without telling me. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
I'm in a bad mood, I can see it today. I remember all my friends and now I'm all that remains. I got some bad news, gotta go, I can't stay. Yeah, this place I call the home is slowly falling away. Nah.